Still Wakes the Deep is a horror game set in the 1970s in a Scottish oil rig. The dialogue has a lot of humor in it, it's definitely very believable, and especially the authenticity of the Scottish accents really add to the game. Even in the game's most tense moments, there's still time for a lighthearted laugh or a cheeky insult here and there to one another. It helps with you wanting the characters to succeed, no matter how dire the situation gets. The voice acting in this game is just generally very well done. When the character feels panic, they really do translate that very well. The game's visuals are stunning, and while I don't want to spoil the game, there's some real beautiful scenes in there that you will come across. The narrative of the game doesn't overstay its welcome either. You never feel like stuff drags on or is really overstaying its welcome, and everything just makes sense. I don't want to go into too much detail, as the game is a 3 to 4 hour experience, and it's really one of those games that ideally you want to kind of sit down for and play through in one go for the best experience to fully immerse yourself. Gameplay wise, you won't really find anything incredible here. You'll predominantly be on an on-rails path without too much room for exploration. It's mostly narrative driven, and they really want you to follow a set path, and that's okay. There are some enemies in the game, but you will avoid them rather than trying to defeat them. The game isn't necessarily scary with cheap jump scares or anything like that. The environment and the vibe of the game is creepy and eerie enough to make you feel unsettled and like there's always something looming around. But it balances it out enough with having moments where you can just really relax and just, get to what you need to do. Overall, it is a very solid game that I wanted to recommend for you to check out. It's a $35 game for a game that's at most 4 hours, but it's also on Xbox Game Pass if you have that on both console and PC. Maybe not a game to pick up for full price if you don't find it worth it, but when you will get a chance or find it for a better price, definitely give it a playthrough. It's one of the better games this year, without a doubt.